The New York Knicks struggled badly in their recent game against the Dallas Mavericks, losing 129-114 in what was a frustrating night for Knicks fans. The team, which came into the game with a strong 10-8 record, just couldn't find their rhythm, especially in the first half, where they shot an abysmal 26%. Karl-Anthony Towns summed it up by pointing to the locker room chalkboard, where the 26% shooting stat was highlighted in red. "We didn't shoot well at all," Towns said, expressing the frustration that the team felt after a tough game. This loss comes just 2 days after the Knicks put up 145 points in a huge win over Denver, setting the highest scoring total of the NBA season. But this time, their offense was nowhere to be found, thanks to the Mavericks' tough defense, led by coach Jason Kidd's strategy of switching screens. Jalen Brunson, who had a solid performance with 37 points, said it best, "We couldn't buy a basket to save our lives to start the game." Brunson also pointed out that the team wasn't playing strong defense, which added to their struggles. Despite the loss, Brunson stressed the importance of staying calm through the highs and lows of the season. One of the most disappointing performances came from OG Anunoby, who had just 8 points on 3 of 15 shooting. This was a far cry from his career-high 40-point game just 2 nights earlier. The Knicks forwards, Anunoby and Josh Hart, combined for just 2 points in the first half, missing all 13 of their shot attempts. The Mavericks' defensive strategy of switching screens, which has troubled the Knicks before, was a major reason for their poor offensive showing. "We're giving teams the game plan to stop us," Hart said, referencing similar issues in previous games against the Celtics and Rockets. Even though the Knicks' overall shooting percentage finished at 47%, that number was padded by points scored in garbage time, as the game was already out of reach by then. They never cut the deficit to single digits after halftime. Towns gave credit to Jason Kidd for his game plan, saying, "I guarantee you Jason Kidd is a hell of a coach. He did a great job, and they were ready." Towns and Brunson were the only bright spots for the Knicks, combining for 62 points. Mikal Bridges added 20 points but wasn't as effective as usual. The Knicks' ball movement, which had been a strength in their previous games, was almost non-existent. They finished with just 20 assists, a huge drop from the 45 they racked up against Denver. The first quarter set the tone for the game, as the Knicks managed just 15 points and shot a miserable 0 for -8 from three-point range. By halftime, the deficit had grown to 22 points, and they never recovered. Meanwhile, the Mavericks got strong contributions from Kyrie Irving, who scored 23 points and has consistently dominated the Knicks, winning 19 of his last 21 games against them. The Mavericks shot 56.5% from the field, making it look easy, especially in the first half. The Knicks seemed fatigued, likely from their long road trip, but coach Tom Thibodeau made no excuses. "We've been on the road a long time, but we've got to be ready to go." Luka Doncic was out again for the Mavericks, missing his 5th game with a wrist injury, but Dallas still found success without him, going 4-1 in his absence, thanks in large part to Irving. It was a tough night for the Knicks, and they'll need to regroup quickly to avoid slipping further. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more.